All right, boys and girls, we've had a lot of different conversations, and right now I'm going to go into something that's a little bit fun. Um, my friends and I have been having some ongoing discussions, usually with one or two players, who every time we walk out on the court, they only want to play with a very specific kind of tennis ball. For the sake of the discussion, it's usually a Penn, which I have here, and or Wilson. So these are the two balls that we probably see and play with the most. And we did a little unscientific study where we all got on the court, we all brought balls, and we all bounced them on the court several different times. Some were brand new right out of the can. Others were balls that we had played with one time only, just to see which balls were still bouncing the most and had the most usage still left in the ball. So here's what my unscientific observation is. Wilson and Penns both play well. If you have a preference, that's perfectly okay. Use the ball that you're most comfortable with. If you're spending the money, it's your turn to bring the can of balls. Buy what you like. They don't want to play with it, let them buy the can of balls next time and let them open their can. So just in a way of just saying something funny, it doesn't matter whether it's a Wilson or whether it's a Penn ball. Play with what you like. As long as it bounces true on the court, you're good to go. Now the things that I will caution you against. There are some balls that you're going to see out there. We don't see it too often around here. The Schlesinger ball, it's an English ball. You only see it one time a year. They play with it at Wimbledon. I haven't seen any around here in the States in quite a long time, but if you do not buy those balls. They don't hold up well on our courts at all. The second thing is, some people play with Dunlops. I found Dunlops to be somewhat unreliable. They don't tend to wear as well, but that's just my personal preference. The other thing I want to caution you guys on, if you're playing on a hard court, go ahead and get the balls with the extra heavy duty felt. It's going to really benefit you. If you play on a clay court, however, I want to caution you to go the exact opposite way. You want to get regular duty felt because they don't fluff up as much and they won't hold or maintain that extra weight picking up the grit off the court, which over time does make the ball heavier and a lot harder for you to generate pace when you're trying to hit through the court. So if those are the only things I have to say on tennis balls, and last but not least, if you're working with a young person, someone who's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of age, they're just starting out to learn how to play tennis, there are tennis balls that are specifically designed to work with beginners. They bounce a little bit less. They are greater, they're a little bit larger, and it's a great way to start out a beginner in tennis, especially a child. Save these balls for a little bit later. Do not try and teach with these because it's that much harder and it leads to frustration for you and for the young student. So use the beginner balls for beginners and everybody else. Doesn't matter to me whether it's Penn or whether it's Wilson. Penn, Wilson, Wilson, Penn, doesn't matter. They all work. Have a great time. Later.